During this circuit breaker period, safe distancing ambassadors play a crucial part. Tourist guides and agents have come forward to sign up as ambassadors. They work alongside enforcement officers to discourage loitering in public or shared spaces and to ensure that those who are out to get essential items observe elevated safe distancing measures. Now, for more, we're joined by safe distancing ambassadors Cindy Tay and Catherine Ross. Both of you, actually, for this question, they're tour guides by profession. What was going through your minds when travel restrictions were first announced, and what led you to sign up to be safe distancing ambassadors? Cindy, you first.
Good evening. Yes, when the first few travel restrictions were announced, and I had kind of mixed feelings, thinking that what will happen and whether the travel industry will be affected, and also the possibility for the jobs for the tourist guide, would it be like losing our jobs, and of course we are unsure the uncertainties ahead of us.
And Catherine?
And for me to sign up to be a safe distancing ambassador, when the opportunity came up by the Singapore Tourism Board, and I immediately signed up because that enable me to use my language skills, because I do guide in French and Italian, and of course the local dialects will be more useful at this time of the situation.
And Catherine, what about you?
Well, hi everybody. It was very shocking that everything has to come to a standstill, but as usual, life goes on, and we always take up whatever challenge that comes along. So yeah, all prepared and coming out to actually becoming a safe distancing ambassador is something I would love to do, to go through the experience. Yeah.
Cindy, I have a question. Were you worried about being out and about during this period of time?
Honestly, I'm worried during this period. The circuit breaker period is an understatement. But my family is very supportive and they're very encouraging. And of course, being a safe distancing ambassador, we need to take the important precautionary measures like measuring our temperature twice a day, and washing our hands frequently, and hand sanitizers hanging in our bags easily for us to access, to use it in order to, during this, the course of the work when we are patrolling around the different precincts that was given to us.
And Catherine, we understand that all safe distancing ambassadors shadow STB or Singapore Tourism Board officers as well for a week before working independently. What did you learn during the training, and are there any useful tips you brought over from your job as a tour guide?
Yeah, for sure. People management, having to deal with members of the public, which is second to our nature. And guiding has provided years of experience interacting with people, and the ability to break the ice as fast as possible, because it's quite challenging, especially coming around telling people what to do. But the fact that, through the years, we are able to feel comfortable meeting people. So it was not so much a challenge, but the thing I learned is that we have a lot of teamwork together with the tourist board. So we have officers that came along with us, and they did a fine job, helping out and telling us what to do. And every day was a different challenge that we had to, deal with.
Cindy, you mentioned there, you guys are given certain precincts or certain areas that you're taking care of, and I understand that you're taking care of the Chinatown area, and we also know that you met with some resistance from the elderly. How did you go about convincing them to, take the situation seriously?
Well, the initial resistance from the senior citizens, they were actually flouting their mandatory face masks, unnecessary social gatherings, and trying to keep them the safe distance apart. So I always have to walk with talking to them, constantly reminding them and the situation, at the present situation. And I base on my personal 5 principles, like talking to them with lots of patience, and their health is our priority, and protect themselves by always wearing masks if they need to step out from their house. And of course, they have to be assured that once they step out of the house, they have the mask to protect themselves. And lastly, we praise them for being very cooperative during our course of work when we talk to them.
Catherine, one last question for you. This is quite a brave job, in effect, to take on. I mean, people are being told to stay home, and you are putting yourselves, along with Cindy, on the front line. Do you have a message that you'd like to share with people that are sort of watching at home?
Yes. Whatever you do, stay home, because as much as we are out there, we are trying very hard and our best. So by staying home, we'll even make our job easier, so that we'll be able to have the circuit breaker shortened rather than extended for a long period of time. Because everybody wants to have their life back, right?
Yeah, we certainly do. Thanks so much for speaking to us, both of you, Cindy and Catherine, safe distancing ambassadors here in Singapore.